All right, guys, we feel very fortunate, needless to say. Wake in the league is 0-6 now, and they've been there, right there, every game they played in the second half. And tonight was what has been happening to them all year. I told Steve I liked what he's doing. It doesn't get him a raise by me saying that, but it was difficult for us tonight. Isaiah is 4 for 24 for the year from three-point line. He sees us coming, he's 7 for 12. And 3 times in a row in the second half, we gave them a second shot opportunity, and they made 2 threes and one 2-point field goal. But I liked a couple of things in the second half. We had 12 assists, 3 turnovers. I like the fact that I look at Leaky Black, and it's 8 assists, 1 turnover. Caleb had 2 turnovers in the first 4 minutes, and then didn't have another one until the next to last player, last minute anyway, when he didn't understand the rule. I told him I couldn't imagine how much money everybody's family spends sending them around the world in the summer, and you don't realize that rule. But I tell you what, Caleb has stepped up 4 of 7 from free throw line, which is not good for him. But he made 2 big threes for us. And again, think in terms of 2 turnovers in the first 4 minutes and didn't have another turnover for basically 35 minutes. Second chance points, I hate it when the other team is 18-9, but I do like the fact that we had 12 turnovers and they had 20. So we had more points at the end, and that's the biggest difference.
C.L. Brown?
Roy, do you feel like you can see Caleb, kind of the light switch going on for him in terms of offensively, how he's performing, and has that carried over in turn to defense? He had a couple of blocks and a steal in that first half.
Yeah, defensively, I think he could be one of the best defensive guards I've ever coached. Playing his position, he has strength, he has speed, he has jumping ability, he has great feet. Most of the time when you get a freshman, it doesn't mean that much to him, but it's meaning more and more to Caleb all the time. I do. You know, you look and you say 3 assists, 3 turnovers. You want it to be better than that, but 2 of those, as I said, came really early. And but I like the fact that he took some jump shots with confidence. 7 for 12 tonight is by far, I think, the best game he's had from the floor. I do think he's getting better. I told him yesterday or the day before we had a little meeting, and I told him that I think he's getting better a little bit each and every day, and we just got to keep getting him some opportunities. RJ struggled for a while, but RJ came in and did some good things. So he had both freshman guards doing something. Kerwin missed more shots today than he's missed all preseason, and I thought we would have an advantage inside, but our guys struggled inside except for Armando. Armando early in the second half was most of our offense at that time.
Josh Graham?
Coach, usually we see in the COVID protocol, coaches just wave at each other when it's all said and done. You mentioned you went up to Coach Forbes and applauded the way that his team fought.
I didn't hug him. We still, both of us had our mask on, and I didn't hug him, so we're all right. Yeah, I mean, think about it, guys. He's in 6 straight games in the league in the second half, and a lot of those games he had a lead. And I don't know what, they had the lead on us starting the second half and still had it a couple of minutes in. But I just think he's doing a really good job in a very difficult situation.
Brendan?
Okay, thank you. That's better.
Hey, Roy. Just to go back to Caleb, you've mentioned how at points in this season he's been so concerned with his shot going in that some of the other parts of his game suffer or struggle. Have you noticed that he's getting away from that mindset a little bit as he does pick up on some of these defensive teachings and improves on that end of the floor?
You know, guys, he's a freshman. Who knows what freshmen are thinking all the time, but I know that he's coming to practice every day and he's trying hard. He's getting a lot of shots up, and in the shots, when we do the shooting drills, Kerwin usually beats him, and the second guy on our team is either Andrew or Caleb. And so he's been shooting it well in practice, and he's been really working at it. I mean, you saw after one of our games, he was still here at midnight working on a shot. So he's working at it, and just a tremendous young man. But I'll give you guys a lesson. You can dribble the ball. If you fumble it, you can pick it up. You don't have to get down a stance and try to shield somebody coming in there. You can pick it up, but you can't dribble it again. And so that's something that hurt his feelings there at the end. But still, you look at that line, 7 for 12, 2 for 3. He's usually one of our best free throw shooters also by far. and he just missed some of them tonight. But I hope he feels good about the way he played.
Ross Martin.
Hey, Roy, you mentioned Baycott, 18 points, 14 in the second half. What'd you like from what he did? And do you think you're getting your post guys enough touches, or are y'all getting enough touches you would like down low?
No. I'd like them to get the ball every single time, because then they're going to get fouls, and at the end of the game, I mean, guys, think about this. This is not the half. At half, Wake Forest post players had 0 fouls. That's not good for us. At the end of the game, 33 got his 4th foul, and we've won a lot of big games, national championship type games, with the other team's guys, players in foul trouble. So if you throw it into the post guy every time, they throw it back out. Those shots are usually more open, but you got a better chance to get fouled. And if you can play at the end of the game with the other team's best players, you go back to even Stanford. Their leading scorer stayed on the bench most of the game. And so that's part of our philosophy, and I don't think that our post guys posted up strong enough or low enough. We got to get Armando to quit grabbing and pushing, because he had 2 turnovers just pushing somebody, and you can't do those kind of things. Just play basketball.
Okay, we got time for a couple of more here. Andrew and then Adam. Andrew Jones.
Yeah, Coach, the team didn't come out of the tunnel until about 50 seconds or so were left on the clock at halftime. What did you like the energy early in the second half? Was it a stark difference from the first half? And what part of their game was a lot better as a result of whatever it was you told them at halftime?
Well, what we did is we got together in a circle and held hands and sang Kumbaya. That's what we did at halftime. But, Andrew, it's the biggest thing is you shoot 55% in the second half, because you get better shots. Caleb took one running, one-hander, leg up, looked like an old man shooting the ball on the left side, and one other bad one. But other than that, most of our shots were very good shots in the second half. We had a lot of things to talk about at halftime. I think the second half warm-up is the most overrated thing in college basketball, except for timeouts, of course. But we talked about the mistakes that we had made, talked about challenging our big guys to get posted up lower, to be more effective, be stronger. I think, I'm looking at Armando was 8 for 10. Did he miss 2 shots in the first half?
2 for 3 in the first half.
Well, he missed 1 shot both halves. So in the second half, he was 6 for 7. That is one of the things we talked about, our big guys being stronger, going to the basket with the ball, because they had 0 fouls. And we talked about the turnovers. So I think the biggest thing in the second half was our lack of turnovers.
Adam Smith.
Roy, I know Musius and Williamson had huge nights offensively for them, but did you like your defensive energy in the second half? It seemed like it was kind of picked up a little bit with your trapping and some of your pressing, and you're creating steals and things like that. It seemed like that was maybe one of the keys to the second half, the defense.
Yeah, I think so. You look down in points off turnovers, we had 24 and they had 15, so that was beneficial for us. It's Williamson is hard to handle, and so in the second half we tried to double him a couple of possessions early, then we tried to switch, and we have some guys that can get down and slide their feet, even our big guys. And I felt like that he was really, really good. Again, the guy that really killed us was Isaiah. And during warm-ups, the ball bounced over to me, and I got it and I gave it to him. And that was the first assist of the night, because he made the shot after I gave it to him as well. But he just killed us. 7 for 12 after going 4 for 24. But my thing is, if a guy makes one, you can say, okay, but if he makes the second one, you got to get way out there and guard him. And other than their second chance points, I thought our defense was better by far in the second half, other than their second chance points.
Thanks. We'll get Armando will be in next.
All right, everybody, let me know if you have questions for Armando, please.